Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing Tea Street. Today's topic, oh, by the way, today's coffee mug, I liked it because it looks like spring. It said, "A mother's love is always in bloom." And no, it doesn't have any real connection to today's topic, but it's a true fact nonetheless. A mother's love is always in full bloom. And so today, I wanted to talk on a topic. Don't let your trust gather dust. Don't let your trust gather dust. Let me say this. Some of us aren't broken because we've been hurt. We're stuck because we stopped trusting. You trusted before, you loved before, you believed before, and then life did what life does. Life disappointed you. Now your trust is sitting on a shelf somewhere collecting dust. But hear me clearly. Dust doesn't mean that it's dead. It just means that it hasn't been used. So today, let's shake the dust off of our trust. Good morning, Miss Brown. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning, Alana. Let's shake the dust off of our trust. Today's topic, don't let your trust gather dust. First, don't let past pain lock up present trust. Pain has a way of putting locks on doors that were never meant to be closed forever. You trusted someone and they dropped it. They fumbled the bag called you. You believed in something and it didn't work out. And so now you say, man, I ain't never doing that again. But here's the truth. If you make a permanent decision based on a temporary pain, you rob your future. I'm going to give that to you again. If you make a permanent decision based on a temporary pain, you rob your future. Good morning, Tykia. Good morning, Miss Woods. You rob your future. If what you are doing right now, you are doing it because you've been hurt temporarily. You lock off everything and everybody because of it, you're robbing your future. Everybody in your future should not have to pay for what happened in your past. Some things you can do. Acknowledge that the hurt happened, but don't build your house there, y'all. Yeah, somebody may have hurt you. You may have trusted someone who betrayed you. Been there, done that. But guess what? That doesn't mean that you build a house off of the hurt. Separate from that person, but you don't have to separate from every person just because one person hurt you. Give yourself permission to trust again, even if it's in small steps. I know this is going to heal some people today because healing doesn't happen when you shut down. It happens when you slowly open back up. When you slowly, good morning, Miss Deaconess Rhonda, when you slowly start to remove the bricks and the walls that you've built to block yourself from being hurt. It happens when you open back up. Number two, trust is a muscle. You use it or you lose it. If you don't use trust, you don't strengthen it. You lose it. Trust isn't just about other people, y'all. It's about you. Some of us don't trust our decisions. We don't just trust our instincts. We don't trust our ability to recover if things go wrong. So we hesitate, we second guess, we stay stuck. But listen, you've already survived things that you once thought would kill you. All of us are here having survived at least one thing in our lives that we thought was going to take us out. That means you are more trustworthy than you give yourself credit for. Start making decisions without overthinking everything. Celebrate the times of your instincts were right. I'll tell you, yeah, I made some bad decisions, and yeah, I've trusted some people I shouldn't have. But can I tell you, my instincts regarding people are often far more right than wrong. So I got to start using that to trust myself again. Celebrate the times that your instincts were right. Remind yourself, even if it goes wrong, I know how to bounce back. I'm resilient because trust grows when you give yourself evidence that you can handle it. Go back in your time and like, what did I do the last time? If this goes south, how did I come north again? Oh, I did this. That's your evidence, y'all. That's how you really recover when you've been out there and life has been life and it messed up your trust. Dust off your faith. Trust beyond what you can see. Can I tell y'all, there is something to be said about faith. Sometimes the biggest trust issue isn't with people, it's with purpose. You tried, you prayed, you planned, and it still didn't go like you expected it to go. So now your faith is sitting, collecting dust. But what if the delay wasn't denial? What if the detour was direction? I wrote a whole sermon on that, on what the detours represent. Trust requires you to believe even when you don't have all of the details. Revisit what you once believed. Yep. Speak life over your situation even when it looks unclear. Move like it's possible. Because just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't happen at all. So just keep moving like it's going to happen. Did y'all know that most of the people in the Bible that we read about, the big names, Moses, Abraham, all of those people, most of them didn't get to see it. They walked it out in faith, though, as though they would see it. And because they persisted and they walked out their faith, we get to live the things that they saw. That's why the word of God talks about the great hall of faith where they all sit. They are in the hall of faith because they saw for a time that they didn't see. Ooh, did you catch it? They saw for a time that they didn't live to see. So while you out there with all your trust collecting dust, shake it off. I want to leave you with this. Dust settles on things that are left alone. So if your trust is dusty, it's not because it's gone, it's because you stopped using it. Today is your day to trust again, to believe again, to take one step again. Not recklessly, y'all. I'm not telling you just be like, oh, I'm open to the world. No, that's not what I'm saying. Not recklessly, but intentionally. Because the life you want, the relationships that you need to flourish in your life, the purpose that you're called for, they all require trust. So don't let your trust sit on a shelf collecting dust. Don't let fear keep you stuck and preserving your trust over here in dust. Shake the dust off and use it again. Here we go. Don't let past pain lock up present trust. Trust is like a muscle. You either use it or you lose it. And finally, dust off your faith. Trust beyond what you can see. Good morning, Olivia. I want to acknowledge for you that trust is hard. I want to acknowledge for you from a personal place that it's not easy. But can I tell you, when you learn to trust again, first trust you. Well, actually, first trust God. Because that's what faith is. It's trusting without seeing. Then learn how to trust your decision making and your instincts again. Yeah, you might have made a bad choice. You might have chosen a bad man or bad friendship, or you might have chosen a bad woman in a relationship. You might have chosen poorly before. But trust that everybody has a season that is not always right. All of us have made decisions that we wish we could undo. But can I tell you, you should not let one decision block your ability to trust. Because did you know that when you build a wall to keep people from getting in to hurt you, the same wall keeps people from getting in to love you? I heard someone say to me, I don't trust women. That's why I don't have no women friends. Every time I hear that, my heart breaks for that person. Can I tell you what an amazing thing it is to trust people with your heart? Might it get broken? Yep. But guess what? You can survive a broken heart. There it is. You can survive a broken heart. Just because your heart has been broken doesn't mean that God can't mend it. You can survive a broken heart. I came by to tell someone today, don't let your trust gather dust. I'm the amazing T Street, but y'all already know there's absolutely positively nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. So today, take your trust off the shelf and dust it off. Have an amazing day.